Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday WIP knockout. We have 5 minutes to prepare. Please go around your home and grab 3 WIPs that you've been itching to work on for a long time. Maybe some projects that you haven't touched in a really long time and you would like to slowly chisel away so that way you can be done with them and they're off your plate. Now's the time. We have welcome. I got an Imagine 2002. So glad for you to be here. Mwah. I will share with you my 3 projects once we start our first session. And you don't have to have crochet projects. It can be anything, really. It can be coloring. I've had people do other types of crafts like cross stitching. I've had people work. I've had people do chores. This is just a great opportunity for us to have a very structured live 3 20-minute sessions that I will be timing on my iPad back here. I'll keep that in view. And during the 20-minute session, I will periodically update you on we have this many minutes left. We have this many minutes left. So please go around, find your 3 projects. If you are one of those rare one project wonders, which I do have a couple that just bring one project and that's all they work on, that's great. I hope that you are ready to go. Make sure that you have something to drink, that you got everything you need, so that way when we start this session, you can really tunnel vision and get to work and have no distractions. I will be chit-chatting throughout the 20-minute sessions just to keep the live engaging and have some fun updates and things to talk about. If you would like to interact in the chat, I would love that. I do have a couple things to talk about, but honestly, you guys really fuel my conversation. I don't generally have a ton to talk about. So if you have some topics, that would be fantastic. Usually by the towards the end of these lives in that third session, I start to get real quiet because I'm like, okay, I've just talked for a really long time. We have 3 minutes before we jump into our first 20-minute session. I really try to start these sessions very quickly for all of the replay people that come back to this and they want to utilize these sessions for their 20-minute perks. So I want to respect that. And we have 3 minutes. Please share with me what projects you are bringing with you today. I always love to find out what you're working on. Hi, Lana. Hi, Fran. Georgetta, welcome. Valerie, hi. Tony, hello. Jody, welcome. Kaylee, hello. All of you all that I've missed. MDL Crochet, hi. I'm so glad that you were all able to make it. And I hope that you get some good value out of these structured lives. If there is purpose to it, and there's definite ways for us to utilize this structured time. I know that I've been hearing a lot of people struggling with the number of WIPs that they have around their home, that it's becoming a stressor. I know that's the same situation for me, but sometimes I feel like in order for me to work on an older project, I have to sacrifice something else. It's like I have to swap it with another something that's very important to me. And sometimes, that ends up meaning that I'm just not going to work on that project anymore. But I recently learned something. I recently heard something that small steps repeated regularly over time, they lead to accomplishment. They lead to big things, a big change. And I was like, you know what? I think we can apply that to crochet as well and all of our WIP situation. So every week, every Wednesday, we give a project 20 minutes, tunnel vision, no distractions. You get 20 minutes and we're making forward progress in that project. We are chiseling away at it. And 20 minutes is nothing in the scheme of things for an entire week. So if you can't be here for all 3 20-minute sessions, that's fine. Hopefully you can find time for at least one and chisel away at that project. Great. It's 2:05. Let's go ahead and start this first 20-minute session and begin right here. putting that right there in my background. And like I mentioned, I will keep peeking back at that periodically to let you know verbally. So if you don't want to watch the screen, you just want to listen so you can focus on your crochet, totally get it. Please do whatever you need to do to chisel away at your project. What else? What else? What else was I going to say there? So the whole goal is that if we can give 20 minutes to our projects every week, whenever it's convenient for us throughout the week, and that's why the replays are fantastic, then we can slowly actually make forward progress with these WIP projects and wrap them up, finish them up, and it's not really taking anything away from us. We are able to get that off of our shelf, get it off of our to-do list, and make room for new yarn inspiration, new projects. Great. If you have a question, thank you, A Godly Man, for alerting me to bring that up to people's attentions. If you do have a question, you've got me for this whole time period. Please start your question with a couple question marks. It helps catch my eye to know that there's something important for me to address. I also have super chats and super stickers, and all of that just goes right back to supporting my channel, and it helps catch my attention, because when I start talking or when I start working on my own projects, I may miss what your question is or what important thing you want to mention to me. And so super chat, super stickers are great at catching my attention. Oh, we have 3 20-minute sessions. Session 1 is started. We have 18 minutes and 10 seconds left. Between session 1 and session 2 is a 5-minute transition. So we can wrap up project 1, put that away, grab project 2, and get ready for our second session. Between session 2 and session 3, we have a crochet stretch that we're going to do. So if you want to at least stick around for the crochet stretch, that feels really good, and taking care of our bodies and being very aware of our health and making sure that we're doing good things, the things we should be doing, but we often forget because we just get in our zone. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that you're here. Look at you all. Great. I think this is starting to gain some traction. I just hope it's helpful for everybody. Before I share with you the 3 projects that I brought with me today, I'm going to dive into the comments and see if there's anything that I can capture. Welcome from Cincinnati. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Nina's Knots Crochet. Oh, hello. You're working on a couple of shawls and a Tunisian scarf. Ooh, I'm working on a Tunisian scarf myself, actually, trying to wrap up some yarn that I've had for a little too long. It needs to go bye-bye. Kathy says, I'm working on a blanket for my hubby. Oh, I love it. I finally figured out a pattern of front post double crochets, back post double crochets, and opposite on each row. I love that pattern. That's actually one of the patterns I made for my daughter's baby blanket before she was born. It was one of my first personal projects like that. Very special to me, and I love that pattern. I think it's beautiful. Kim, you said I'm a one project person. Oh, you're person number 3 that I have heard from that is a one project at a time person. Good for you having that personal restraint. I have such a squirrel mentality of ooh, pretty yarn. Ooh, pretty yarn. I got to start something now. It's crazy. It leads to reasons to have things like this. All right, so Golly Man, 2002, you do have some question marks up here. You said, I had one job, and that was to bring my WIPs with me to my get-together, and I forgot. That's okay. I hope you enjoy hanging out with us, and if you want to color or have something else that you can do, or just hang out. That sounds great. Hi, Sharon. Hello. You're working on a pocket shawl. I love pocket shawls. Lana has a question. I'm new to crocheting, just learning about yarn. What is the difference between polyester and acrylic? I mean, both of them are synthetics. Both of them are technically plastic-based yarns. I think it's just, I honestly am not sure. I'm going to look into, if somebody has the answer, please put it in the chat. For me, I will research it and I will make like a short about it just so that, you know, somebody brought this to my attention. Let's figure it out. They're very, very similar though. What is the difference? And acrylic yarn. Cool. That's a great question. Thanks for asking. I love when you guys ask questions like that because it's questions as how would you put it? It's questions asking about basics that you don't think about, but are valid. And so, like, thank you for asking that question. Kathy loves to crochet. ADS or ads. Not sure. Can you elaborate? Tony, thank you so much. You said love your videos. Oh my gosh. Heather is in Florida and she's needing a distraction from the hurricanes. Oh, girl. I hope that we can do that for you. And I hope that you're safe. Whew. Heather says, I've been painting and watching really good art documentaries. Ooh, that sounds fun. I like that. Carol is finishing a baby blanket for her niece. Oh, that's awesome. Trina is making bucket hats for friends and her kids. That's cool. I like that. Bucket. I need to make a bucket hat. Sally, welcome. You said you're new to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you dive into my past tutorials and videos and that you find them helpful and maybe even inspiring. Please let me know if there is anything that you would really like to learn or if there's anything I can bring to the channel. Ooh, Amanda, good evening from Scotland. I love it. I love when we can connect from all over the world. I think it's so cool. Right, session number 1, guys. We have 12 minutes and 25 seconds left of session number 1. Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Says, hi, Tiffany. I'm finishing a little sweater for your 3-year-old granddaughter. Oh, and trying to knit a square in double moss stitch to embroider on. That sounds awesome. I love that. Okay, so let me share with you the projects that I brought today. It's so funny because I bring these projects and I don't always get a chance to actually touch them because I'm too busy talking and engaging with you or answering questions. But it's like I do this session with you guys. And then right after following the session with you guys, I do some 20-minute sessions for myself where I do put some time into chiseling away these projects. Because again, I have too many projects and I do need this time as well. So project number 1 is making some granny squares. So I already have. So this is the Sonoma, the Noro Sonoma yarn that I did a review on. If you saw that video a couple weeks ago. And it's this gorgeous green color. I instantly thought of my daughter when I saw it. And so I have some squares that I'm creating. And I'm trying now. The challenge is making all the squares that I need to make this lightweight, like t-shirt cardigan that she wants to wear over a tank top kind of thing. And so I'm just working at chiseling away some granny squares with that. This right here is a baby blanket for my brand new niece. And I have this much yarn left. And then I'm done. I'm not following any dimensions. I'm literally just using up all the yarn. This yarn was discontinued. It's part of that Hobby Lobby like mass clearance sale from 3 years ago. And I was just like, this yarn's really soft. Have this brand new niece. I'm just going to use it up. And so I'm doing that jasmine stitch. Looks like a bunch of little flowers. It's really pretty. And just, again, like personal projects, just knocking that out, hopefully. So little left. And then last but not least, I'm doing a Tunisian scarf myself. And so got the Tunisian stitch, and I'm using my metal hook and just something very, very simple. This yarn I used to make a scarf, a men's scarf, like 2 years ago. If you remember that tutorial, I bought 2 skeins, one to make the scarf for the demo, and then one skein to use in the tutorial to show people how to make it. But I didn't want 2 of the exact same scarves, so I decided to just take it and make a different scarf with it. This is a fairly new project, but it's yarn that I've had in my tote for 2+ years, and I'm trying to use up my stash. I'm trying to clean up my space, use up my stash. So that is another project, my third project number 3 that I was going to work on. We have 8, like just shy of 9 minutes left to go in session number 1. So because I only have a little bit of time left, I'm going to go ahead and tinker with this one because it's the easiest one to work with. The granny square one is going to take me a second to get started because I got to count. So I might save that one for the 3rd session when things start to get more serious and we're like really dialed in. And then of course the second one I'll just do in our next session. Here, twisty, twisty, twisty. There we go. Crochet Crime 30 is making shawls for friends. That's cool. Now you got to tell me, are they triangle shawls or rectangle shawls? Or are they both? Are they asymmetrical? Like, do you know what you got planned? There's so many shawls. I actually printed off a whole blog post of the different shapes shawls can be made in. Holy cow, like circular, semicircular, bat wing, crescent. Jeez. Okay. Or square, where you make a square shawl and you just fold it in half. Like, okay. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Seekleton, for explaining to us the polyester question versus acrylic question. Oh, hi, Nessa. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna have to go back and like really read into that conversation. Not now, but sounds like that was a really good conversation there about acrylic and polyester. Cool. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Mwah. Do you wash your items before giving? Sometimes, depending. If I don't know the person and they might have allergies, then I'll wash the item first. I don't tend to wash my items first. Sometimes I will definitely give them care instructions so they know how to care for it. So I would give them the item and be like, okay, here's how you take care of it. Generally, no. Some people like swear by it. That's like a rule for them to wash it before they donate it. But if it's somebody I know and I know they'd be fine with the fact that I have dogs, yeah, then no. But yeah, if it's somebody I know has any kind of allergy or I don't know them and it's a personal gift, then yes. Got caught up in there. Awesome. Thank you, Kathy, for giving a more in-depth information about polyester and acrylic. Oh, thanks for showing up, Agala Man 2002. Glad that you made it. Tiffany, hope these help. I found this on Google. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going back and finding what all you all were able to find out. That's awesome. All right, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in session number 1. Okay, so Nessa says sometimes I wash before. I definitely wash anything I've made with Red Heart Super Saver before gifting it. I get that because I've heard that it makes Red Heart is really soft or softer after washing it. So that makes sense. All right, some topics. Topic number 1 that I wanted to go over with you. Did you all know, maybe I'm catching somebody who didn't know, that for the month of September, I've been hosting a soap sack campaign. That the reason I wanted to bring this up is because this is the last week in September. Monday is September 30th. And as long as our shipment reaches Stacy with a shipping post stamp in September, we can count it towards our soap sack campaign. I set a goal of 500 soap sacks donated this month, and it seems high, but definitely achievable, especially considering that one person donated 50 soap sacks and another person donated 30 soap sacks. So I think we'll be able to achieve the 500 count. I've already made a couple. I just need to get them shipped in. For more information on the soap sack campaign, you can check out my YouTube channel under community. I have a lot of different posts in there with all the information that you need located in the post. But if you did not know I had a soap sack campaign going on, now you do. And it would be really cool to try to start to see how many soap sacks we're able to donate to Stacy. Something that she shared with me, I think 2 years ago. I think I'm in my 2nd year supporting the Soap Sack Foundation, that she would donate 150 soap sacks a week to various locations, and they would be gone every single week that she would send in a donation. I've asked her, I was like, have you ever reached a point where people are like, no, I'm okay. I mean, we're good. We don't need soap sacks. And she's like, never. They are constantly in need. So setting a goal of 500 soap sacks, I'm sure will be very helpful for them. And then the month of October, we're jumping into a new campaign, and I'm not going to share that yet. I'll share it with you next Wednesday when we hang out, what the new campaign is for October. But right now we're just focusing on wrapping up the soap sack campaign for September. Whew. Did you guys see my social media content, my lives for the DFW Fiber Festival that was this past weekend? Oh my gosh, I was wiped after that. Like Monday and even yesterday, I was just fatigued. So much walking and talking and so much visual stimulation. It was crazy. We got 50 seconds. 50 seconds. I found some gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. Ooh, I'm going to share that with you guys. We only have 35 seconds left, so I'm going to wrap up this row. Try to wrap up this project number 1, and then I'll share with you the yarn that I got at Fiberfest. Do a little show and tell. You guys are the first to see it. Yay! Impromptu yarn share. Come on, let's make it through this row. There we go. Oh, and that's it. Session 1 is over. What we're going to do now is a 5-minute transition. So stop you. 5 minutes. The 5-minute transition is for us to wrap up that last row that we are working on and put project number 1 away nice and neatly and prep for project 2. So let me wrap up this row. Okay. Cool. Fold that up and put that aside. There we go. All right, let me grab the yarn that I got from Fiberfest. I didn't get a lot, but I wanted to support certain people, and there's other and certain things that I'll explain. So there's that one and these two. So while you are wrapping up project number 1, grabbing project number 2, and you're just waiting for session 2 to begin, let me share. And then I'll get to Heather. I see your question marks. Oh, bye, Nessa. Thanks for popping in. Okay. So over in my crochet club, we are having a fall/Halloween crochet contest at the end of October. I haven't done a contest over there in a little bit. I'm so excited, especially for holiday themed contests, because it gives people a reason to make things that they normally are like, that would be really cool, but I have no reason to make it. Or that would be really neat. I think that'd be so much fun to make, but I don't really decorate, or I have no one to give it to. Well, I was hearing that a lot, and I was like, you know what? Let's give you a reason to make that thing that you want to make, but you just can't bring yourself to make it. So I created these contests, and it's funny because I created the contest with that in mind, and it's actually happened multiple times where people have said, thank you for the contest because I wanted to make this for a really long time, never had a reason. I finally made it and I love it. You know, I'm like, yay, like that's so great. So after having the contest, I realized that we needed 2 prizes. We needed 2 winners. Just one winner. These 2 things started to apply, and I was like, they're not the same thing. One is most complicated, so there'll be a prize for the most complicated project, and there'll be a prize for the most creative project. The most creative project can fall in the realm of they made up the pattern themselves, or they created a bundle something with multiple different patterns that they found and put together. Such as one person made an entire outfit one year. I was like, that's amazing. And the thing is that the most creative project does not have to be the most, it's not the most complicated, because there's a prize for most complicated. So if you're a beginner crocheter, I've actually had most of my winners win most creative that were beginner crocheters, because they had to use their creativity and think outside the box. And it was just really, really cool. So the prizes that I won, I love to get my yarn from Hank Me Home Tonight, because her colors and names are so fun. So first one is this one right here. It's colorway that I thought just nailed Halloween and fall. And the name of this yarn is Boogie's Boys from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's a size 3 DK for all of, I was like, we're crocheters, so we could technically use a size 2. There's not as many projects we're familiar with using, but a size 3 most of us can use. And then the other yarn is this color. Bring in some oranges. And this is called Smashing Pumpkins. She's so funny. I love it. Just how creative she is. So they're going to receive these yarns and then one extra something. So it's like a set. And so that I'm really excited about. Timer just went off. Fantastic. Grab project number 2. And go. And then I got one more yarn. And this is the yarn. Right here. It looks so Texas, New Mexico, earthy. Just loved it. So this is a signed color pooling yarn made by the Dawn Barker. I met her at H&H in Chicago earlier this year, and she's just an amazing person. And then I saw her again at the Fiber Festival, and I was like, hey, Dawn, and got a chance to get to know her even more. And she's so awesome. She's just an amazing person. I can't wait to do more with her. She's just great. And so we were being funny, and I was giving her a hard time because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm next to the Dawn Barker, like geeking out right now. And she's like, stop it. And I was like, I'm gonna buy your yarn, I'm gonna make you sign it. And she's like, no, you're not. And so I did. I bought her yarn, and then I was like, all right, Dawn. And I was like, she's like, no. And I'm like, yep. And I made her sign it. And she's like, you're so funny. She's like, oh my gosh. So what's cool is she created the concept of a signed color pooling yarn. And so now I'm going to like keep it on the back of my display, so that way I can always have a little piece of the person that actually created a concept. That's really big in our field, you know? It's hard to find something new to do in a field that is such an old hobby. It's such an old hobby, right? It's such an old craft. So that was fun. I had to get those two. So I had to get the 2 yarns for the prizes. Those like had a purpose. And then that one I just had to get for like a memory thing. I did see a lot of other people that I knew. I'm gonna start working on my blanket. Think I'll be able to finish this little bit in our little session? That would be fantastic if I could just wrap up this project right now. I will be so excited. It's funny once you meet these people in the fiber community, they stay regular, and it just feels like you have all these friends. Like it's like a reunion when you go to these events, because you're like, I know you, like, how are you doing? How's it going? It's really cool. I got one stitch down. One stitch in. Now I'm gonna run into the chat. Oh, I gotta go back even more. Okay, going high. More. Kathy says, I didn't know, but is it okay if I still send them after September for another time? See, I'm so glad that I said something. You are more than welcome to send soap sacks to the SAC Foundation all year round. They are so grateful to receive any and all donations. And so just go to the same place that I sent everyone for my campaign to find the address on where to ship them. And their website for any more information. They have some soap sack patterns on there. You can use any soap sack pattern you want. I'm letting that be up to you. So cool. I love that. I've been deconstructing some old Lily Sugar and Cream 100% cotton projects that I have around the house, or not around the house, here in my office, some things that I was going to sell once upon a time, like washcloths and pot holders that I'm not going to sell though. I'm not going to do a market. I'm not going to be a vendor anytime soon. There's no way. So I'm deconstructing them and turning them into soap sacks. So repurposing the yarn, just getting things out of my space. I'm trying to minimize in my space, make it look more inspiring and cozy and not so chaotic. My office right now is so chaotic. Oh, great. You saw the Sunday live. I'm so happy. That was fun. Doing that at the Fiber Festival, just hanging out, crocheting and chilling and talking to you guys. Jody, you like my chair? It's from Amazon. Last year they did the Amazon Prime Day thing, whatever. And I was like, I need a chair, and got it on there. Elizabeth says, love the Smashing Pumpkin color. Yeah, I wanted lots of color. I wanted like to be obnoxious, and that's totally Gloria, the yarn dyer, obnoxious. I wanted colors that were just different, right, and fun. Kathy says, Tiffany, I love your dandelion tattoo. Is it for Melanie Ham? It's not for Melanie Ham. I've always loved the concept of dandelions and making a wish and just nature, earthy, just that kind of stuff. So I got like the little, it's blowing right there. Just actually, I got this before I even knew of Melanie Ham. So I'm going to have to go back into her stuff and see the connection of dandelions and Melanie. She was a huge inspiration for me. Thank you, Kim. She says both are beautiful. And another great colorway. I agree. Here we go. Let's get one stitch beginning of this row. I think I only have enough to finish, maybe get through this row. The jasmine stitch is a bit of a yarn eater. So we will see if I can get through this one last row, and then I'll be done with this project. I might add a border around it. Maybe it's for my niece, so she's not going to care. But I mean, seriously, the border would just be for me wrapping up the project. I might add a border. I could find a color that I have left over from what I purchased. It's one of those things, where you use a yarn on a project that has been discontinued, and you get towards the end of it and you're like, do I have enough? What are my options now? Because there's no way to buy more. Kathy, you're frogging. That's what I did. Not last week. Last week I was putting labels on my yarn. I think the week before that I ended up doing a lot of frogging, not intentionally, but ended up just working out that way. It's like, okay, well, apparently for one of the 20-minute sessions, I'm just not going to be working on a WIP. I'm just going to frog this project. Like, all right. Sally says, I'm working on a blanket for my daughter. That's awesome. Hoping to finish it before the colder weather. Nice. It's a lot of blanket projects that I want to do this year. I have a lot of things that I want to do. Lots of things. Playing yarn chicken. Yeah, for real, right? Oh, has anybody here played yarn chicken and won? Like they managed to finish their project with like 6 inches or less of the yarn in the skein. Like they wrapped up the project and had just enough yarn left over to basically weave in your ends. I've done it and it feels amazing. You feel like you won the lottery or something. Like, yes. Like I almost want to like parade around the house, tell everybody, look. Like like a huge achievement. Like it's so funny. We got 9 minutes and 20 seconds left of session number 2. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, my crochet along sampler blanket project for 2024. I'm currently in the process of wrapping up. I'm editing. So the videos have already been recorded. I'm editing the very last video, the border video for the entire blanket. That is going out this weekend. I wanted it to go out last weekend, but with the Fiber Festival, there's no way. I had no time whatsoever to get to that video. But it's going to go out this week, and then that project is wrapped up. I'm so excited. It's turned out really, really good. And I'm trying to get the word out about the kit boxes that I have for the project, because they did actually discontinue one of the yarns that I used in the first box. So there's 5 boxes because I broke up the project, so it wasn't such an expensive project for people. They could like get the individual boxes as they could. Well, box number 1, one of the yarns has been discontinued. So I have 4 skeins left of that color. I only have, so that means I have all the yarn for 4 more kits. And then I'm going to have to shut down that project unless I replace that yarn with some other color. So, oh my goodness. It turned, like that yarn is so soft. It's so great. I'm really excited about it. And the blanket is amazing. So I ended up making a demo blanket so everyone would know what the project looked like that we were aiming towards. And then I also made a blanket during all the tutorials to guide people through the project. So I have a feeling at the beginning of October, I'm going to do a giveaway and give away one of the blankets because I don't need 2. I'm good with just 1. I'm okay with just 1. Give one of those away. I'm doing a lot of giveaways lately, guys. Stay tuned on my channel. It's going to get crazy. I have a lot of giveaways. It's like one after another after another. If you didn't know, I actually have a giveaway happening right now on my channel. I'm going to announce the winner to this giveaway this Saturday. So if you didn't know, I was having a giveaway on my channel right now. After this Wednesday WIP knockout, go take a peek and enter into that giveaway. Ooh. I want to make sure that everyone knows about it. It always bums me out when somebody says, I didn't even know you were having a giveaway. And I'm like, oh man. So I'm trying really hard to get the word out as much as possible. Will you do Warm Up America? So that's a very interesting question. Let me talk about Warm Up America. Yes, absolutely. I love Warm Up America. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left of session number 2. So Warm Up America is actually about to do a really massive campaign. And they originally, we were going to do a campaign together in October, but because this massive opportunity came up for them, they asked if I could reschedule, but they wanted me to reschedule in August. And I had way too much stuff going on in August. And then they said September. And I'm like, I'm already doing a SoapSat campaign in September. So because they needed to reschedule me and the rescheduling didn't work, I was like, is it possible? What if I just helped with this massive campaign that you're going to be hosting starting in October? And they were like, that's a great idea. So I'm not hosting a Warm Up America campaign because of that whole situation, but I am going to be assisting / bringing awareness to the Warm Up America, this massive Warm Up America campaign that's going to begin in October. So there's that. Yes. And then following October, I am going to start promoting and doing a campaign for the Boggy Creek or Camp Boggy Creek blankets for kids and teens. I'm going to be making a blanket pattern that people can use. There's a ton of other blanket patterns already out there on YouTube. They have a massive goal that they're going to try to hit this year. And I really want to try to help them reach that goal. I think they're going to need all the help they can get. And so to really help them, I'm going to also create a blanket pattern people can possibly use to help inspire them. So it's like boom, boom, boom. September, SupSacs. October is Warm Up America. And November, we're doing Camp Boggy Creek. So it's like, yes, yes. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Following this second session, we're going to do some stretches. Oh, they always feel so good. So good. Time really seems to fly during these lives. Like I look at my live and I'm like, we were really live for an hour and a half. It did not feel like it. It did not. I think that's because I'm trying to hyper focus so much on it's so broken up into these smaller sessions that I'm just like, get done. There's no way I'm going to finish this row. But after I'm live with you, I'm going to wrap up this row and it'll be my last row for this project. Yay! And then I'll be done. So ready for this blanket to be done. I'm working on this thing for a long time because it's a personal project. It's not like a tutorial project. It's like last on my priority list, right? So I've been working on this thing for months. And I just want to give it to my niece already and help clean up my space. If anyone has any ideas of any other charities, crochet charities, nonprofit organizations that you're passionate about, please email me, info@crochetwithtiffany.com, and let me know what organization you're passionate about. It's a huge passion of mine to support organizations with crochet donations because I just think it's so beautiful to be able to do something that we love and make the world a better place at the same time. I just think it's amazing. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. You guys got this. Tunnel vision, guys. Tunnel vision. Cecilia says, I'm currently working on my 4th blanket for Boggy Creek. Yes. Yes. Now, when I say they have a massive goal, they're trying to achieve 2,025 blankets for the year 2025. They're trying to acquire 2,025 blankets to donate by February, like the middle of February of 2025. So we have time. There is time, but that's a lot of blankets. So let's help them get there. That's why it's starting in November and December. I'm really going to like spread awareness and let people know, hey, if you need to make a blanket, want to make a blanket but have no one to make a blanket for, or you just want a project, I have a campaign for you. Oh, and there's the timer for session 2. Session 2 is over. Stop. Or because we're doing the stretch, I'm only going to give us 3 minutes of transition. Okay. So 3 minutes, wrap up your project. I don't want you to rush. This is not about stress. This is just about organizing our time, structuring our time. So where am I at? About that. My camera's in a weird spot. That much left of this row. This much. I think I'll have just enough yarn to finish this row. Wow. That whole yarn chicken thing is totally coming into play right now. All right. Kathy says, is it a shawl for Warm Up America? I don't remember. I haven't taken a peek at that information in a little while. I don't remember. But when starting next week, because October starts next week, I'm going to be posting a lot of social media posts and community posts here on YouTube. I might even make some reels, things to bring awareness to the campaign, and you'll know what we're making. You'll be well prepared, prepped for that. So the information is coming. Nessa, you're back. Were you able to finish up our Warm Up America retreat blanket with joining the squares? Girl, we got 1 minute, 20 seconds left. I just start talking, right? So I was short a couple of sections. I needed to fill in holes. So I am wrapping up the last section. I think I have half done. I have another half of the section to go. And it's the last one I need to finish the last row of joining the last row of squares. And then I need to weave in all my ends and add a simple border, because I think it'll need a simple border just to clean it up and make it complete. And as soon as that's done, I will get that in. I'm hoping I should be able to have it done by the end of September, and I'll be able to deliver it next week. That's my goal, delivering that to Warm Up America next week. I actually need to get in touch with Cherie, my Warm Up America contact, because I would love to deliver it to them. I think that'd be really special. Make a video of me like handing over the blanket. That'd be really cool. So yeah, it's almost there. It's just not done. I'm kind of like squeezing in, wrapping up that Warm Up America project with like 5 other things. It's like I'm trying really hard to time manage, and I am an awful time manager. Just because I crochet and I get in the zone, and I'm like, oh, okay, spend too much time on things. Okay, that's it, guys. Hopefully you've wrapped up your project and you're ready for our stretch. Just begin by standing up. I'm going to adjust my camera so that way you can see me better. There we go. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. I'm going to make this go just a little bit more that way. There we go. All right, so it's time for our stretch session, our crochet stretch session. This is so important for us to do because we've been sitting for 40 plus minutes, actually 50 minutes, because we had our two 20-minute sessions plus the 5-minute intermission, the 5 minutes we started with, and the 3 minutes that we just wrapped up with. So 4:53, almost an hour. So it's important for us to stand. It helps our blood flow. It helps the oxygen flow through our body. And it also helps our muscles by letting them do the reverse motion of what it's been doing for such a long period of time. I like to do 5 stretches during these stretch sessions. I focus on the areas of the neck, the shoulders, the forearms, our wrists / hands, fingers, upper back, chest, and lower back. I pick 5, and then we do 5 stretches. So they're always going to be different depending on which. I try to shake it up every week. All right, so we're going to start from the top and work our way down, starting with our neck. We're going to do neck rolls today. We haven't done neck rolls in a hot second. So I'm going to start by leaning my right ear to my right shoulder. And then I'm going to roll forward to my left shoulder. Slowly. Oh, that always feels so good. And then roll back and back. Now let's go backwards. Roll back. And to first position. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to stop there, but if you liked that stretch, feel free to do that stretch however many times that you would like. Also, just a note, I am not a doctor or a physical therapist. Please, if you have an alternative stretch to do for your body, do that alternative stretch. If there's something that we're doing that doesn't feel good or feel right, don't do it. This is all suggestions, all right? The next stretch we're going to do is shoulder shrugs. So I'm going to take my shoulders. I'm going to do shoulder like rolls. So I'm going to go forward, back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Felt that, heard that. Forward, up, back. 2. Let's do 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Need to do more of those. I like I said, I felt it and I heard it. And that it's like, ooh, okay. Need to do more of those. Right. The next thing that I want to do is let's go ahead and do our forearms today. But this time I want to stop and grab your fingers with your other hand and go ahead and pull your fingers back. Generally, I'd have us do this, but today we're going to go with the top. The stretch is slightly different, but you still feel it. I'm going to count to 10. I'm going to say this is 7, 8, 9, 10. If you got in on that stretch late, just count to 10. Let's do the other hand. So stop, fingers, and then pull back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do some wrist rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's stretch 1, 2, 3, 4. Last stretch. This one I just found out. And again, it's a matter of if you need to have an alternative, please do an alternative. You don't have to do everything we're doing. So this is a seated one. I'm going to move my camera. This is for our lower back because we're usually in this position, right? Look pretty familiar, maybe? Let's go ahead and take our hands on the arms of our chair. We're going to arch our back this way. So we're going to do the opposite motion. Feels really good in our lower back area. and just hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. I wanted to bring that one up today because I just discovered it and I tried it and I was like, oh, that actually felt really good. So I wanted to share that stretch with you. All right. Now let's reconfigure my camera so that way I can get everything back in position so that way we can start session number 3. Go ahead and grab your third project. There we go. Grab your third project. Get yourself ready. And here we go. 20-minute timer. And because I moved my camera, I'm just going to put that right there. Okay, and here's my third project that I'm going to work on, those little granny squares. Whew, that always feels refreshing doing that stretch session. I always feel real good after it. How do you feel? Did you like those ones today? Hi, Trish. Welcome. Good morning. It's 7:48 a.m. on Thursday morning. So cool. That is so cool. Love it. Well, I hope that you are having a wonderful morning, getting your day started with a good start. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday. It's still Wednesday for me. It's like back in time. Listening while you're eating breakfast, I love it. So funny. That's so cool. I'm so glad you didn't miss it either. Welcome, Sunita. I'm glad that you were here. Oh, Nessa, I appreciate it, but I'm almost done. She asked if I needed help making any more squares for the blanket. It's almost done. Like I mentioned, so this third project, it requires a little bit of counting at first. And I knew that it would take my attention away just as I got it started. And that's why I thought saving it to the third session would be the smartest move. Go. Three. And even then, I still made an extra section. Oops. There we go. Cool. There we go, round 1. Oh, I'm so glad that you liked it, Trish. She said that was awesome. The stretch was great. I'm so glad. Yes, good. I'm so excited to get started on a project, a blanket to make for Boggy Creek. I haven't made one yet, but I have plans. I already got the materials for it. Need to get that one worked up. The sheep behind you, is that one of your patterns, my sheep? The sheep behind you. Oh, that's when the camera was over there. I was like, what are you talking about? She's talking about that guy right there. Yeah, yes, no, it's not. It's not one of my patterns, but I do have a tutorial for him. It's it was year 1 of my YouTube channel. And so you'll have to go back if you're searching through my videos, you'll have to go back a little bit, or you can just search up, like go to my YouTube channel, go to videos and search sheep and it'll pop up. So yeah, he was a little cutie. I made him a long time ago. Okay. Thanks for asking. Like, look at you guys looking around my space. Like, it's funny. Morning stretches. Yes. What is the Amazon link for the comfy chair? I will find it and I will attach it to the description section of this video for you. Okay. As soon as we're finished with this live, I'll go find that for you. So, because I know that there's a lot of chairs on Amazon and it might take you a hot second to find, like not even a hot second, like a hot hour to find the chair. So I'll just make it super easy for you and I will grab that link and I'll put that in the description. There, do this. I have to remember the pattern. I'm not looking at the pattern. I've made enough of these things. Have you ever gotten to the point where you've made enough of something that's become a memory, like memory? I mean, I've only made this many. I think I kind of have an idea of the pattern. It's just a matter of being distracted. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you're more than welcome. Cool. Last thing I have written down on my little, see, I make a little sticky note of like topics that we can talk about because if I don't write it down, I forget. I'm one of those people. And I wanted to make sure if I needed something to talk about, I had some things, some ideas written down. So it is finally fall, right? And most of us, fall is our favorite time of year. I'm curious if any of you are making any fall themed projects for yourself or around your home or gifts. Or is there a fall themed project that you want to make? I am seeing a lot of pumpkins right now, crochet pumpkins. I'm not seeing, but I could imagine a lot of like decor pillows, crochet fall decor pillows. Sweater weather is coming. It's not quite here in Texas. I'm wearing sweaters because I want to like embrace the vibe so bad. But I don't really go outside right now because it's not sweater weather. It is not. Oh, cool. Thank you, Kathy. She says that Amazon is having their Amazon Day on October 9th and 10th. Awesome. If you did not know, if you were not aware, now you are. Circle that date on your calendar. Sweet. Dang it, I just placed an order for printer ink. Well, I needed that anyway. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. She likes my pumpkin pillow behind me. I'd love to. I started a evergreen tree, like a fir, like the epitome of a Christmas tree without the Christmas attached to it, making little squares with little trees on it. And I've got that project started a long time ago. It's another one of my WIPs, you know. It's in a tote. Started and then abandoned. I'd love to wrap that one up. I think it'd be a really cute winter pillow. But yeah, that one turned out really cute. There is a tutorial and a pattern for it if you're curious and want to give it a try. Oh. I hope I did that right. Hopefully, you know, the whole talking and am I really paying attention thing? Maybe. We'll see. Kind of. Probably not. This probably isn't a good one to do. While I'm talking, I might need to pay a little closer attention to that one just because there's counting involved and stuff, and I want to get it right because, you know, when you get distracted and you keep crocheting and you get to a certain point, and you're like, man, now I got to frog all that I just did. Next time, pick a different project. That's something I need to remember. Awesome. Anxious? I think it was pajama days. Emma, thank you. I'm glad they put a little like Emma right there. Emma says that she's made some pumpkins. I love it. I want to make more pumpkins. I actually have a really cool pattern idea that I hope that I can initiate. There's so many things I want to make. Lana says still need AC here in California. At least the fires are out right now. Oh, girl. Whew, a lot going on in California. Sunita says I'm going to make a pumpkin pillow back for a... Okay. Make a pumpkin pillow back for a pillow. Awesome. I love it. It'll be a reversible snowflake. Oh, on one side and pumpkin on the other. That's really neat. And then Emma says, today I'm not crocheting or knitting. I am playing with, or you're playing Coral Island. I love it. You're playing a video game while you're listening in. Well, cool. I appreciate the fact that you enjoy this time so much that you want to just hang out. Like that's really cool. Welcome. We have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left of session 3. Again, this is our last session together for today. I'm just gonna, because that one isn't gonna, I can't do that one. I'm gonna go back to this one. This one's easy peasy to do while talking. Love those projects. So what would I have a pumpkin idea that I want to do. And then I also have a really cool intarsia project that I would love to do, but I don't know if I'll be able to with all of the different things that I got going on. I'm really hoping, I think what I'm going to do is for the rest of this year, I mean, it's a bummer, but I think it's necessary. I think for the rest of 2024, I just need to clean up. I need to clean up projects. I need to clean up WIPs. I just need to clean up. That way in 2025, I can hit the ground running with inspiration, new things that I really want to do. Yeah, make some time for some projects I'm really excited for, you know? I think that's what logically I just gotta. But man, that's where I get in trouble is I get inspired and I have so many things that I want to do. And then I start like a bunch of things and then I get bogged down. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm bogged down with a bunch of projects. I need to just clean them up. Can't say that I'm mad. I'm totally mad at it. I mean, it just means that I have to crochet more. I'm like, oh, bummer. I have to crochet more. Like, thing is I just need to crochet more. And got all that other part to it, like pattern writing, website stuff, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with it. My husband is so funny. at night, I will, in the evening when I'm trying to wind down, I crochet because, you know, crochet helps you de-stress and unwind. But because crocheting is also my job, my husband thinks that I'm constantly working. Like, it's really hard when your job and what you love to do are the same thing, right? Because I'm like, but I'm not working, I'm relaxing. And he's like, but you're working. I'm like, no, I'm relaxing. He's like, oh. All day, it's like all day long I'll be on the computer doing computer admin, pattern writing, video editing, computer work all day, and then crocheting all night. I can see how that would look like I just don't stop working. How much time we got? 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, guys. Hopefully you're making some good chisel dents in your project or whatever it is you're doing. Gets real quiet right at the end of these lives. The hyper focus. You can do it. Really love the look. These colors that I'm working with this scarf. Such great fall colors. Excited for this. I wanted to make a scarf that was wide enough to be able to actually like do something with, but now part of me is wondering if I want to keep it wide like this, or because one side of the scarf looks like this and the other side looks like that, if I'm tempted to fold it in half because it's still wide enough, fold it in half, but then all you see is the pretty side, the right side. You don't see the wrong side at all. What would you do? Would you guys fold it in half, or would you guys just leave it? Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Oh, gotta go back. Emma, it was mermaids. I love mermaids. Hi, Rebecca. Do you know how to knit? I do not know how to knit. I believe that I have knit a scarf once a long, long time ago. I love the look of knit. I think it's absolutely stunning. But this right here is Tunisian. This is Tunisian crochet. I'm playing with Tunisian because a bunch of members in my crochet club are curious about Tunisian crochet, and they have asked for multiple different examples and stitch tutorials, and they've got me playing, and I've been really enjoying it. So now I'm doing other personal projects with it. Fran says you'd fold it. Cool. Okay. Infinity scarf. Could do. Great idea. Fold it or leave it alone. Fold it in half and make it an infinity scarf, or leave it open. I got the man 2002. You're back with 1 minute and 10 seconds to spare. Welcome back. Oh, Monique said fold it too. All right, got 2 fold its. Gonna try to at least get the loops on my hook for this next row before the timer goes off. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of session 3 of our Wednesday WIP knockout. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. You guys are rock stars. You are amazing. I appreciate you being here and working through projects with me, or just hanging out, playing video games, whatever you're doing. That's awesome. But I hope that these help you out. I do hope that through these Wednesday WIP knockouts, you are making some progress on your WIPs and completing them, and slowly cleaning out your space, making room for new inspiration. You being here also holds me accountable to working on my own WIPs and clearing out my own space. So I appreciate you greatly. I hope you have an amazing day. Those of you who are in my crochet club, I will see you tonight for our crafters gathering. But everybody else, I hope you enjoy my tutorial this weekend. Again, I am doing the border for the 2024 sampler blanket crochet along project. It's the last video wrapping up the project. I can't believe it. We've been doing this project for months now, and it's finally coming to a close. And I really hope that you enjoy that video. And please mark your calendar for next Wednesday, because I will see you then. Take care. Happy crocheting, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. What time? Tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be cool if you made it. Bye, guys.